Hey everyone, welcome February. Can you believe we're in the second month of the year? The groundhog did not see his shadow yesterday, which means early spring. I'm not sure if I believe it, but I would take early spring if it's coming. So if you're hopping on or catching the replay, say hello. And we're going to look at a project today that is an ink project. I really, really like working with our ink and on fabrics. It's really fun, and I've been sitting here waiting to go live and getting inspired on all kinds of fun things for Easter coming up, and I might do a couple onesies, which is what I'm going to work on today, and share those tomorrow with you guys as well. We'll see how the day goes. So what I'm starting with is our Retro Love stencil. I just looked, it is out of stock, but it's fun. It's got different love ways to subdue love, and then this one is a shadow that can go behind any of them, and that's kind of a fun design. So what else did I want to tell you? Oh, I know what I want to tell you. February is also my birthday month, so I have a craft challenge going on, but you have to be on my email list to get the details and get in on the fun. So if you are not there, drop a comment email and I will send you the link to get signed up. If you are on my email list, make sure you read it. Lots of fun, I think. I think it's fun. I hope you guys would think it's fun as well. So I'm going to tilt you down and get started on the project. And let's see. I think that's an okay view. So the first thing I'm gonna do is cut out this piece of the stencil. And there's these cutout lines on these cut apart ones. One tip that I did get from one of the designers in our designer studio, it's our Facebook group, is cutting a little notch so that when you go to put the stencil back on the backer, it's easier to figure out which piece goes on which piece of the backer. So I've been doing that, and I do think that's a good tip. Okay, this is the one I want to use, I believe. So there we go. I've cut that apart. Let me get that out of my way and set that aside. And here's our onesie. It's just a little plain gray one. Another tip that I found, it was an older tip in the designer studio, but I thought it was a great one, and I've never thought of it. I always struggle to get the ink mats inside of a t-shirt or a onesie or whatever. And that designer years ago said, turn your piece inside out. Let me make sure I've got the front, because that's where I want to chalk or ink, and kind of lay it straight. Because if I try to set it inside when it's right side out, it gets bunched up and like really hard to keep straight. So I'm going to try to straighten it as much as possible, and then I'm going to set the ink mat on it. And this is good because it keeps your fabric still so that it's not moving around when you're inking on it. And it also protects the other side because the ink can bleed through fabric, so it protects the other side of your item. So then you've got it on, and you turn, easier said than done, I guess, on a onesie because it's kind of small. But then you turn your item right side out, and you have less of those little wrinkly things that can get in your way. And I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit. Look at that, worked so well. And usually I'm fighting to get that thing in here. But so I like that tip. So that's one tip. And then I can feel where the ink mat is. So I'm going to kind of figure out where to put this. So since I am using fabric and ink, I do not need to fuzz this because the fabric is like fuzzing enough. It won't stick so terribly to fabric. So I think that looks pretty good. It looks pretty straight. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. So then I'm just gonna, like I do when I'm chalking, just make sure there's no bubbles in the silk screen. And then I'm ready to go. So I'm gonna grab a squeegee. And I'm gonna use Couture Coral just because I really like it. It's kind of Valentine's-y, kind of not. It's not pink or red, but still gives that Valentine's feel. And I really love coral with gray. I think it's a great color combination. So that is what I'm going to do. And if you hop on, say hi. I've got comments over here, and I'm going to keep looking over and try to address if you have questions or whatever. But if I miss you or you're on the replay, I will come back and look for comments. All right, so I'm ready to go. Ink does not dry nearly as fast as the chalk paste does, so you can take your time. I recommend, as much as possible, moving in one direction. And you don't need a whole heck of a lot of pressure, but you need to make sure that you are covering. And sometimes on the side I do go sideways, but I try to go in one direction as much as possible. And I think I just, oh no, I got lucky. I'm right on the edge there. I thought I got coral on the onesie itself. All right, so that looks all covered pretty well, I think. Well, maybe not right here. So you can kind of see fabric coming through if you didn't cover it well. But take your time. So like I said, the ink takes a little bit to dry. And actually, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to let it dry overnight. That's usually what I do. And then I will make it permanent. So to do that, let's talk about that for a minute. You can do it with an iron. So you would set your iron on, you know, like a medium setting, and make sure you use parchment paper, both on the top and in the back of your design. And then you will take your iron and move it around in slow circles for 4 minutes each side. So inside and outside. And then it's good to go, and you can wash it and it will stay a very long time. I made a t-shirt for my nephew's son, and he wore it like probably once a week, and the design never faded or came off or anything. So that was pretty awesome. All right, I think everything looks covered. No, that spot does not. And I'm going to peel really slow, because if I didn't cover a spot, I can lay it back down and try again. So I'm just gonna go super slow. Looks pretty good. I don't like the L over here, so I'm gonna come back. And I'm just gonna be really careful so I don't bleed, but I'm gonna try and get that L, because that looked like it was missing a little spot. That looks better to me. And the rest looks really good. All right, I'm lifted. We're done. We're done inking. So there we go. I'm really known for sticking my fingers and stuff, so I'm trying to be really careful not to get ink all over. But there's our little onesie with some retro love. Now that looks crooked to me looking at it upside down, but that's all right. If it's crooked, it's fine. So there we go. Our ink project is finished. So I just want to do another reminder. I have the craft challenge going on for my birthday month, this month. And if you're not on my email list, drop a comment below, email, something like that. I'll send you the link and you can get in on the challenge. And if you know anyone else that would like that, please share this with them so that they can let me know they would like to sign up and see what the challenge is all about. Have a wonderful Saturday, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.